Bam! Here we are. We are recording. Welcome to the video. I'm your host, Commissioner JD, and I got the one and only owner of the Scorpions. Congratulations on making the playoffs, Scorpions, and thanks for making this time to do the stats video with me.
Thank you very much, and I'm happy to be here as always.
Yeah, buddy. So, today we're gonna discuss who we think MVPs should be. Also, we're gonna run through the stats real quickly so we have them on record. Offensive MVP, defensive MVP, rookie of the year, and defensive rookie of the year. Comment or in the video, or let us know in the Discord who you think they should be, or if you disagree with who we think they should be. So first we're going to go look at quarterback rating. Bradley McNamara and Leroy Martin and Darnell Wells are all backups coming off the bench, playing incredibly well, but still not enough. Alonzo Graham still has the highest quarterback rating, 138. And then we'll go through the quarterback ratings real quick here. Eric Watson, Bill Morris, Eric Reeves, Randy Dorsey, some of the elite quarterbacks. J.D. Ingram, Brandon Platt, Ron Simmons, Anquan Seymour, and then Kirk Kirkland, Derek Albright. I'm shocked to see Seymour this low, actually.
Yeah, he started his year off so well. I think the first stats video was 12 touchdowns to 0 interceptions.
That's right.
The last 5 games of the season, he went for like 9 for 6. So it was pretty bad the last half of the season for
Anquan Seymour. Eric Watson leads the league in passing yards, 3,500, 300 more than the next man, Eric Reeves.
That's not too surprising because they throw the ball a lot.
They sure do. So does the Blue Jays and the Wildcats. Apparently, Ron Simmons up there, which is surprising too. 31 touchdowns for Eric Watson to 10 touchdowns. It may be a lot of interceptions, but I'll take 3-1 any day.
Yeah.
So I don't mind that 10 touchdowns. If you hit the 30 mark, 30 passing touchdowns, I don't mind 10 interceptions. That's just me personally.
I mean, it's a little much for me, but yeah, anything double digits for me is a little too much, but
it's 11 games. So 10 touchdowns or 10 interceptions, that's almost one a game. So
that's too much.
We'll see if the Demons can stay clean in the playoffs coming up against these Scorpions, or will the Scorpions notoriously have a really good turnover ratio on the defense, and they're going against a quarterback that tends to turn it over a little bit. So we'll see how that goes. We'll go and look at the touchdowns. Alonzo Graham, of course. You'll notice, guys, when you watch this video, that the Piranhas are number 1 in most categories. They went 10-1. And then we got Eric Reeves that tied him. Potentially, I actually had a better season, or a better quarterback season than him.
In my opinion, it's better, even though the rating from Graham is better, and it's the same touchdown.
And
one less interception.
He did it with a weaker supporting cast, you could say.
Yeah.
Definitely with a weaker defense.
Those Piranhas have very high powered offense.
Okay, and then we'll look at interceptions. 12 was the most by Quincy Barnett. And then the rookie, Alonzo Atkins, for the Rhinos. Brendan Platt, and then Eric Watson. Okay, and then we'll go take a look at the completions. Highest completion rating was a wide receiver, George Goyle. He made 1 attempt, but Bradley McNamara, I'm not too sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but this quarterback, man, 77 off the bench. That's freaking really impressive. All these guys look 69, 68. These are all guys coming off the bench About 67% completion rating from Eric Watson and Alonzo Graham. That is just godly numbers. 70% completion rating by these quarterbacks. They're throwing 70% out there. Let's take a quick look at these. If you guys see your guy's quarterback or you want to go back and look at it, you can always pause the video.
Yeah, there's stats for when I did my little running back and tight end stats, which I wish I could have.
Okay, you have the ability to do it all now, so I'm excited for you for some content from you. Let's take a look at the sacks. Most sacks was Bill Morris. He got brought down 14 times. Bill Morris. Alonzo Graham's got 11. Eric Reeves got sacked 11 times, but he didn't throw a lot of picks. So I'll take a few sacks over picks for sure.
Yeah.
Seymour, Barnett, Watson. These guys got sacked quite a few times. Who had the least amount of sacks? Well, at least that was a starter anyway. Derek Albright, and then Alonzo Graham, of course, only sacked 4 times. Just godly of a season. Man,
got that quick release.
He does. Like, the thing is, we're talking Willie Burnside for MVP. Like, man, Alonzo Graham has a really tough case too, to be honest with you.
Yeah. If we're going offensive player of the year, though, it's Burnside. Like we were talking about earlier, he scored almost half their touchdowns.
And for the people at home, do you remember what it was? It was 49 touchdowns they scored in total, and he scored 20 of them. Yep. Is that right? So Willie Burnside here, we'll take a look at the running backs. 450 yards more than the next guy. Willie Burnside, 1,800 yards, 17 touchdowns in 11 games. And he also caught 3 touchdowns in the air, giving him a total of 20 touchdowns. And he had, what was the receiving yards, 200 and something?
I have it written down.
I think it was 249, if I can remember correctly. Here, I'll just swipe over to the Piranhas real quick and then go back. Where is he? 159. 159. Yep. There it is, right there. Okay, we'll go back to the lead. Boom. And then Tiki Carter, 1,350 yards, 10 touchdowns, 210 attempts, 6.4 yards carried. That's pretty impressive. And William Hillard, this guy here has got to be, if we had, we don't have it yet, but if we had comeback player of the year, William Hillard, I want to say was bottom 3, bottom 2 last season, and now look at him now, top 3. Whoa. Playing phenomenal, and he had the game winner against the Piranhas in the playoffs.
All-purpose yards, he's second. He had 15 all-purpose.
Yeah, so he had like 400 something receiving yards. Wow.
335 is what I got. But yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's really impressive.
16 touchdowns.
Yeah. 336 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns. Yeah, wow. Very impressive by William Hillard. Mark Marshall, 1,000 rushing yards, 10 touchdowns, nothing to blink an eye at. 1,000 yards is no joke. Quite a few, actually. Look, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 running backs out of 12. So half of the league rushed for 1,000 yards on the ground.
That's impressive.
Definitely. For a passing league, I'm shocked, actually. But it's like around 100 yards a game, right?
Yep.
So 11 games, that sounds about right.
Yeah, 1,100 yards is 100 yards a game on average.
Right.
I mean, that's a good year for any running back, really.
Oh, yeah.
For 11 games, that's a really good year.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Blaine Higgins is surprisingly low. The Dragons bounce back and forth between the two running backs here. I don't know who actually had more starts. I want to say it was Barber.
Yeah, I think there was one more game with Barber. Them added together was pretty close to 1,000.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And then Phil Clemens had 12 touchdowns as well. Matt Davis had 8. Trevor Simpson, the rookie, who is arguably a slam dunk pick for the offensive rookie of the year.
I don't even know if it's arguably. I don't know anybody else that's
even close, eh? Yeah. He's 900 yards, man. Go ahead, sorry.
900 yards. I was just saying nobody's close to his production. 900 yards, 9 touchdowns. Plus, I think, what did he have in the air? I think he had like 3 touchdowns. Or 2 touchdowns is what I have written down.
Yeah, here it is. 2 touchdowns, 74 yards.
So, 11 touchdowns in total on a rookie. There's no other rookie. I don't think anywhere close.
No, there wasn't a lot of rookies to even start.
Yeah, for offense. They
Right.
played because most of them are backups.
And Bryce Locker is a 1-year pro, so he's not a rookie. So he was the first overall running back in the draft of season 2, I believe.
Gotcha.
And those two running backs are actually playing against each other this Saturday. That's really cool. 7 yards a carry, yeah, it's Willie Burnside, 163-yard average. Pretty incredible. We'll scoot it over here. If we'll look at fumbles, most fumbles was T.P. Carter, Alonzo Graham, and then Blaine Higgins. And then a few people had 2, William Hillard.
You know what's crazy about the T.P. Carter thing? I'm pretty sure he has 99 carrying. I'm pretty sure he had 99 carrying.
Look, he does.
Yeah.
99. So that doesn't matter. Yeah, it still comes down to who's hitting them too, right?
Yep. It's just all luck too. I mean, kind of luck on that. You know, luck of where you're getting hit and whatnot.
Tiki Carter leads the league with 67 broken tackles. 50 broken tackles from Trevor Simpson, 57 from Marshall, 58 from Davis, 49 from Higgins, 45 from Phil Clemens, almost 30 for both of the Dragon running backs. And then Shane Lott is the highest non-running back. 17 broken tackles.
Pretty amazing.
That's, wow. There you go. There's a hidden stat there. And then look, the next guy, Troy Jackson, with 8. And then another Viper with 8. Wow. And then it drops down to 6, George Coyle. And then we're looking at fullbacks next. Wow, that's incredible that Shane Lott has 17 broken tackles. Man, these Vipers, man, are going to be dangerous next season.
I think so.
Okay, and then, yeah, there's the rushing stats there. It looks like Willie Burnside take the crown on that one. And then we'll move over to receiving yards. Edgar Plummer, another Viper, 59 catches, leads the league in catches. Lamar Ball, 56, and Troy Jackson tied at 56 with George Coyle as well. Looks like George Coyle's got the most touchdowns, though, and he does at 14.
Which is insane because I think Troy Jackson midway had 10.
Yeah, he fell off big time and still finished with 1,300 yards, which was the most. And he had like I believe they went 1-3 their last 4 games, and he had a couple games here he only had like 50 yards. So he was on pace for sure. But the Wildcats fell off a little bit. But Shane Antwine, look at this guy, man, right there, right with him. He's playing absolutely phenomenal. First year in the league, and he's just on fire. Shane Antwine's looking really good. Edgar Plummer's playing really well. George Coyle, all the veterans. Look at these veterans, 11-year pro guys coming in here showing these young guys how to do it. Randy Dorsey's right up there with a bunch of them. A lot of 1,000 yards receivers here. We'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and two of them are on the Demons, and two of them are on the Blue Jays. Wow,
that's what he does for you.
That's what he does, man. Yeah, for sure. I'll go down this list real quick. Shane Lott only had 6 touchdowns. Andre Watson had 12. Ryan Dillon had 9. Barry Perkins had 8. Jackie Wilson with 11. Alan Dwight with 8. Seth
My only wide receiver on the Scorpions, Jackie Wilson.
Yeah, he's just way up there by himself. Michael Pounds had quite a few receiving yards, but only 5 touchdowns. Quincy Drennan. Jason Jones, only 3 touchdowns for Jason Jones. Josh Buchanan, there you go, another Scorpion. Chauncey Preston, 8 touchdowns, 42 catches. Des Edwards, Joe Claiborne. There's the first tight end. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, look at that, 661 yards.
35 catches.
Wow, he had more receiving yards than his number 1 receiver. And then
Bob Klein. The rookie, 3 touchdowns.
There you go.
44 catches, though. I believe he ended up with the most catches for tight end.
Oh, we'll take a look.
Rookie.
We'll take a look at that. He probably does, but do you think that's a better year than Trevor Simpson? Is the question.
No, I don't. But I think he's the biggest competition for Simpson, but I don't think it's close. I mean, there might be a wide receiver that I could be missing that has a few touchdowns, but with 44 catches, I don't think anybody's close to that.
There's a rookie there, Jabari Griffith.
So Matt Davis with 5 catches, 190.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was the running back.
Matt Davis is the running back, yeah. There's a rookie. Oh, yeah, alright, so we'll take a look at touchdowns. We saw touchdowns. Andre Watson, 12, and then a few people with 11. Demons have 2 receivers with 10 touchdowns. Yeah, they put it up there, man. That's for sure. That's really cool to see.
I think the running back had 4 receptions.
And Matt Davis, yeah, look at this, yeah, 25 yards. Lamar Lester.
That's what
Yeah, look at this, yeah. Yeah, another Gator with the big plays. Gators and their big plays. Explosive plays. And then Willie Burnside just casually you know, sitting up there. 8.4. Who had the most drops? Troy Jackson with 4 drops. Bunch of threes. Alright, and that's it for the receiving category. And we'll go take a look at the quick look at the blocking. Just these guys. I think the most I seen was 22 in a game, 22 pancakes, and it was this guy from the Werewolves, Deuce Hales. This guy's
also 0 sacks.
this guy is definitely in the All-Star game. We'll see him again, two straight years in a row, or 3 straight years in a row for the All-Star game. And Jay Cornell. And 153 divided by 11, what's that?
It's like 5 or something. Or just under 5.
Okay, and then we'll take a look at defense. And defense, leading the tackles is a rookie, Glenn Anderson. 6'3", 60 tackles, holy smokes. Ernie Pounds, 14 tackles behind the line of scrimmage, which is leading the league, which is just extremely impressive.
Always in the back of the running back.
Thomas Vickers, the corner, 57 tackles from a corner is just unbelievable to see this guy run up there and hit people. Look, he's 6'4". He's a corner that's 6'4". He just isn't afraid to hit people. They didn't have room for him to play linebacker, so they put him at corner, but he still likes to hit people. Todd Young's up there, Rookie of the Year as well. Another Rookie of the Year candidate for the Cobras last season. Vontrell Jean, the rookie for the Cobras, won Defensive Rookie of the Year, and now they got another rookie linebacker who is definitely a candidate for sure. 56 tackles, 8 behind the line of scrimmage, and 1 sack. But here is the man, the legend, the real deal, Neil Mitchell, with 53 tackles, 3 behind the line of scrimmage, but the big one is 5 interceptions, which is tied for second. He's also has the most pass deflections, I believe, with 20. And he also has a defensive touchdown, which is my vote for defensive MVP of the year, but we'll see. Ron Frazier. Pete Jordan had a phenomenal season as a rookie, man. 6'4", again, another huge defensive back. These secondary players coming into this league are just monsters. And this guy's one of them, 240 pounds. Pete Jordan comes up and smacks people, 51 tackles. Ronnie Williams, Fred Smith, 5 tackles behind the line of scrimmage, 2 interceptions. Irv Orlando, this man is just scary when you see him out there. He's wide.
Yeah.
He's a wide dude when you see him. He just stands there, and you can tell he's just gonna hit someone. 8 tackles behind the line of scrimmage, 47 tackles. This guy was made to hit people. CJ Devlin, the Tasmanian Devil, with 6 tackles behind the line of scrimmage, 4 sacks, which is, I believe, tied for second. Yes, it is. He is unbelievable, this guy. CJ Devlin is definitely a candidate for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Then Heath Swan putting in a casual 46 tackles. Just, under the radar, 1-year pro, just still getting it done. The other middle linebacker for the Wildcats, man. And then another safety from the Vipers, Fred Whitehead. 46 tackles. The other one had 51. These 2 safeties are hitting people.
And that one's a rookie too.
And they're both rookies. Yeah, they're both rookies. Pete Jordan and Fred Whitehead were both rookies. and they're up there both in the top 10 for tackles in the league. Curtis Lindsey, Calvin Hodges, the veterans. These two guys know how to get it done. Had almost like freaking identical seasons, literally. Randall Williams, Andy Alexander's been playing it really well. Irv Erickson. He's playing really well as well. Alex Campbell. Josh Cameron also has the 44 tackles and has 9 tackles behind the line of scrimmage, which is second most. Rocco Kelly. These guys are phenomenal. Jeremy Carson had a really, really good year. Very underrated player. He's going to make the All-Star game, and he had one of the best defensive backs or passing defenses in the league. The Werewolves had one of the best passing defenses pretty much all season. And then Ike Hall, you were talking about him earlier. He's looking really impressive. He's right up there. 5 tackles behind the line of scrimmage, interception, and a tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and a sack. Marcus Hollins, Keel McDowell, Steve Little. Yeah, these guys are all up there. Another Viper. Holy smokes. Justin Gaynor with 5 interceptions. Yeah, these are some big time plays, man. The rookie Tyrone Penn, we were all wondering what he was going to do. Yeah. Led his team to an 8-3 record. Bears are looking good. Ronnie Miller, another rookie, which a lot of people don't even know is there because they play so well so many other places, and they got so many big stars there that overshine this guy, but this guy's been playing solid.
Yeah, 2 interceptions.
2 Wildcats there. Bob Rose. Jerome Matthews, this was the first round pick from the Gators. Grant McCormack. Here, we'll take a look at the tackles behind the line of scrimmage. Paul Watts was 7. He only had 13 tackles and 7 of them were behind the line of scrimmage.
That's pretty nice.
No sacks though, and that's his big star. Joey Norman had 5 tackles behind the line of scrimmage, 2 sacks though, 13 tackles. Man, this guy's looking more and more impressive the more and more I look at these stats.
He really is.
This guy's been playing really phenomenal too. James Donaldson, 6'7", 310 pounds, the rookie. 5 tackles behind the line of scrimmage. He only got 1 sack, but he's been really dominant on the edge, man. Number 94, you see him all the time in the Cobras games. We'll see if he has a big game this Saturday. Most sacks, 5 sacks. Cecile? Cecil Maynard, 5 sacks. Yeah, 2 linebackers. Yeah, outside linebackers. Yeah, linemen. And look at this one solo D tackle here. Nate Carpenter, 6'7", 330 pounds. just a Clydesdale of a horse in the middle of the line. And then CJ Devlin, like we were talking about before, way up there in tackles behind the line for a loss, and up there for sacks. And he got a pick. So this guy's, and I'm pretty sure he got a defense touchdown. Oh no, he didn't. No. But yeah, wow. And then we'll go over to interceptions. Aaron Sellers got 6, Gustin Gaynor with 5, Neil Mitchell with 5, Devontae Jones with 4. Look at this, 9 interceptions for the Piranhas right here between these two players. That's pretty insane. Eric Gregg, Adron, is it Adron or Adron? Adron Johnson with 3 interceptions, and I know he brought 2 of them to the house. 2 defensive touchdowns, the only player in the league actually to get 2 defensive touchdowns as a rookie. So that is really, really something that has to be mentioned for sure. And he's right up there with interceptions. There's only a few players to get 3 or more, and he was one of them.
Well, look at his interception yards, 135.
Yeah, was it the most? Look at that, it was. Look at that. Yeah, that's right. Okay, we'll look at catches allowed. Most catches allowed by Marcus Hollins. 45 and 44 for Neil Mitchell. Yeah. Because they're always up.
They're always up.
Okay, we'll look past deflections.
And look at that. The 2 most allowed catches have the most deflections as well.
Yeah, they just had the most reps, hey?
Yeah, I guess. Or most of the people were having to throw on those 2 teams along.
Well, Alex Campbell here, he's got 16 pass deflections and only 22 catches allowed. So that's something to look at. Alex Campbell set the record for 2 interceptions in a game in season 1. I remember that as a rookie. Or was he? Yeah, he was the rookie of the year actually for season 1. For defensive rookie of the year. And then Brandon Mann was the rookie of the year. Something like that. But yeah, look at that, 16, and then Keel McDowell, 16. Steve Little, 16. Omar McNeil, 16. 14. That's a lot of pass deflections. Ronnie Miller, rookie again, another rookie from the Piranhas, just playing like just at the top of the pack, but just enough so you don't notice him, but he's playing solid. Bring along. Brandon Paris had a very good year, in my opinion. He shut a lot of people down. 22 catches allowed, but he had 10 pass deflections. Only 2 interceptions, 39 tackles. Yeah, Brandon Paris seemed to stand out to me every game. Okay, then forced fumbles. Marvin Summers, Omar Randall, wow, the rookie. Irv Orlando, the rookie. And Ron Frazier. 3 rookies, look at this. Marvin Summers, Omar Randall, and Irv Orlando. All have 2 forced fumbles. Pretty cool. Okay, and then we didn't have any blocks, I know that. No blocks, but we had a safety by Andy Blair. And then defensive touchdowns. Like we said, Adron Johnson's the only one with 2. And then there's a few people with 1. Wow, there's a lot more than I thought. Yeah, wow. Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Wow, in total. Wow.
Oh, yeah, 17.
Wow, incredible. That's pretty incredible. Yeah, and then that's pretty much it for the defensive stats. The kicking was flawless. No kicker missed a single kick. But we can look at the Werewolves kicked the least amount with 11, and then 14 for the Piranhas, Blue Jays at 14, and Cobras or Scorpions at 15 as well. And then we got the Wildcats, actually, surprisingly, have the most field goals with 23. And then the Vipers, Bears, Rhinos, and Gators, Dragons, Cobras. And, yeah, so that's pretty cool. Punting, it's kind of boring stat. We'll just take a quick look at it. 1,400 yards, most punting yards, most amount of punts was the Cobras.
Net yards? Or the net yards, because that's how much they actually received.
Yep. Take a look at that if you want.
How many yards they actually...
I was just curious who punted the least amount of times, I guess, really.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That was my curiosity, really, about this, if anything, and it was the Demons.
Wow.
And then the Dragons, and then the Piranhas. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, they didn't need to. They just kept throwing it. They didn't mind going for it, eh? Okay, and then the kick return, the most highest average was Jackie Wilson, and he had the only player with 3 defensive touchdowns. I knew that.
Kick return touchdowns, yep.
Kick return touchdowns, 3 of them, yeah. And then Des Edwards, Randy Dorsey, and Tony Miller were the only ones to have 2. Most yards was Randy Dorsey, actually. And then Tony Miller and Des Edwards. Most kick returns, Tony Miller, Randy Dorsey, and Adams. Crosby. Seth, who had the least, I guess, is... they switched it up. So the Wildcats switched it up multiple times. So they had a few different players run it. But yeah, very, very cool. Okay, and then punt return is just, yeah, look at this. The most was 55 yards, no touchdowns, only a few returns. The punt return game is basically non-existent.
For the most part, yeah.
Okay, and then the most first downs was Eric Watson, Brendan Platt, Jeannie Ingram, Eric Reeves, Quincy Barnett. Quarterbacks. Let's see who the first non-quarterback is. And of course,
yep.
Should have guessed. And then Tiki Carter.
Right behind
Mister. Yeah. Very cool for first downs, and that's all the stats pretty much. And then we'll take a quick look individually. Maybe we'll take a look at the individual receivers.
Yeah.
Just a quick glance. There's the Ryan Dillon, Blaine Strickland, Claiborne, Doug Burrow, and William Hillard. Take a quick look down.
Catches for the bottom guys.
Yeah, get some reps so people can see for the bottom guys, right? And then we'll look at the Blue Jays. They had 2 receivers with 1,000 yards and 50 catches. and double-digit
that's
touchdowns. That's pretty impressive from the Blue Jays.
Hey, give me 1 second. Sorry, gonna mute.
Yep. Look at this. Their left tackle, the rookie left tackle, caught a pass. That's pretty cool. That's a fun stat to have. Blaine Higgins did not have a receiving touchdown. Can't help but notice that. And then go look at the Cobras. 51 catches, 858 yards from Michael Pounds and 5 touchdowns. Brian Williams, Prince Williams here, 48 catches, 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. Chris Willie, Roman Duncan, another rookie. He had a really good year as a rookie, actually, 3 touchdowns. Mark Brown, Victor Holloman, Jimmy Smith, Charles Hackett had 2 touchdowns receiving, which I thought he'd have more than that, to be honest with you. Okay, then we'll take a look at the Demons. 56 and 54. Wow, both had 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns apiece. That's really, really impressive from the Demons.
Killing it. Sorry, I'm back. Got a phone call.
No worries. And then Lamar Lester with 455 receiving yards. I'm assuming is the most receiving yards.
Halfback, yes.
Wow.
100% for halfback is the most.
William Sanders. It looks like every single... Is this the only team so far, I believe, that every single player had a touchdown? Look at this. Not a single player that caught the ball didn't get a touchdown. That's the first team to do that. I think that might be the only team to have that. We're going to find out. Wow, that's really, really impressive. Everybody got one.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
That's pretty cool. Okay, and then now we're looking at these Dragons. 50 catches, 952 yards for Barry Perkins, and 8 touchdowns. Barry Perkins is the offensive rookie of the year for season 1. He had an absolutely phenomenal season, bringing his team to the championship game and winning it. These championship Dragons have a chance to make another run here going against these Wildcats. So I'm excited about these Dragons, that's for sure. Look at all these receivers here. Oh, only Michael. Oh, and it's a left tackle. The left tackle.
I remember that. He caught that pass for 3 yards, and he almost got the touchdown. He was like 5 yards away, I think. So.
Oh, no, Michael.
I remember seeing that catch. That was amazing.
That's hilarious. Wow.
By a left tackle, yep.
The left tackle had a catch. That's memorable. Here's another rookie, T. Hand. 7 catches he had. There's their rookie wide receiver for the Dragons. Very cool. Take a look at these Gators now. 50 catches from Alan Dwight, 935 yards, 8 touchdowns, and then their 1-year protege, I think is the right word. 46 catches, 1,000 receiving yards, and 10 catches. They love themselves. Some Darius Henson over there in Gatorland in the swamp. Shane Clemens had a quiet year. 2 touchdowns, 478 yards. And their tight end actually had 5 touchdowns. Is that the most touchdowns by a tight end? Not sure. But that looks like it might be. Yeah, wow. And he's a 1-year pro too, so he's on the up and up.
Yeah, actually, Claiborne tied with 5. But,
Claiborne had 5 as well.
Yeah, and Neil Mitchell had 4. Courtney Mitchell,
yeah. The 2 Mitchell brothers on the Piranhas team.
Yep.
The Gators, though, distributed the ball really well. Looked like Darius Henson is their guy for these Gators, man, who ended up with the first overall draft pick. So that's really exciting to see which way they're going to go with that. Let's go take a look at these Piranhas now. Chauncey Preston led the team in catches with 42, 719 yards, 8 catches. Andre Watson, their veteran, 41 catches, 967 yards, and 12 touchdowns, which was second most, actually. Andre Watson had the second most receiving touchdowns, and then Neil Mitchell, 34 catches, 582 yards. Wow. Is that the most receiving yards?
Oh, for a tight end? I think it might be, actually.
Or at least second, because that's pretty high.
Claiborne had more.
Yeah.
579 or 572.
And he had 582?
Courtney Mitchell, 519. And then actually Bob Klein had 528, so he's third in my math that I have written down here.
Well, on the screen, Courtney Mitchell here has 582 yards.
Oh, then I didn't do the last one apparently for the tight ends. So I'm completely wrong on the tight ends.
No worries. We got it on the screen here. So,
Yep.
that's the receiving core for the Piranhas. We'll go take a look at these Rhinos now. 1,000 yards, 52 catches, 11 touchdowns from Sweet as Candy, Randy Dorsey. Jason Jones, 45 catches, 763 yards, 3 touchdowns though. Trey Spires was a receiver that was traded from the Werewolves that came in mid-season. So some of these receiving yards and catches may be Werewolves from the Werewolves organization. And then Jabari Griffin, the 6'5", 246-pound rookie wide receiver, finishes his debut season with 15 catches, 253 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
That's a tight end right there.
That is a tight end playing receiver. Thomas Jacobs, Tim Tyson, Mark Marshall. That might be one of the lowest receiving numbers from a running back.
Yeah.
It's pretty low. Randall Harris, Darnell Jones, Kobe Bennett. And that is the receiving numbers for the Rhinos. And then the Scorpions, 48 catches, 946 yards, and 11 touchdowns. It is Jackie Wilson ball all day for these Scorpions. They love them some Jackie Wilson. Then it comes to Bob Klein, 607 yards, which is more than the tight end from the Piranhas. So he's so far in the lead. 44 catches and 607 yards and 3 touchdowns from the rookie Bob insurance salesman Klein. You must be so excited and so proud that you drafted this guy and he came through.
Oh, I'm so excited. And it wasn't even a draft pick. It was a free agent pickup.
Yeah.
After the draft.
He was like one of your first big decisions on your team.
He was definitely... Well, and the funny thing is, I think I picked him up second or third day of that
free agency.
Free agency, yeah. He was like the second to last tight end on the list, I think, to be honest. But I just loved him. I loved his stats. I liked the way he looked. But anyways, go ahead.
And then we'll take a look at these Vipers. Edgar Plummer actually had the most catches. 59 catches, 1,164 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Edgar Plummer, the 11-year pro, he's still got a lot of fight left in him.
He sure does.
And then Shane Lott, 53 catches, 963 yards, and 6 catches. And we talked about it before. He had 17 broken tackles,
yep,
which was insane. Johnny Jones, Indiana Jones, 6'3", 207 pounds. He was a rookie last season, had a crazy good year last season, but this season just a regular regular mill of a season, 2 touchdowns, and didn't do anything too crazy. Bryant Johnson, the rookie wide receiver, they love their rookie wide receivers there in the Vipers. He had 4 catches, 290 yards, 18 catches as well. John Anderson, 18 catches as well. 3 receivers with 18 catches. Definitely distributing the ball really well. But not a lot of receiving yards from their tight end. Dave Bender, Phil Clemens, that's really low as well for receiving yards for a running back. And then we'll go down the list a little bit. Calvin Omens, the rookie. At least he got one. He got 1 touchdown for his rookie debut.
1 for 1 for 1.
1 for 1 for 1. Rashard and Mathis, Dave Bender, and that is the receiving core for the Vipers. And then the Werewolves, Seth Spence, 52 catches, 897 yards, 6 touchdowns. And then Luke Atkinson, the veteran, 46 catches, 859 yards, 8 touchdowns. Al Littman, Rob Freeborg was the receiver that was traded from the Rhinos mid-season. And here he is as a Werewolf. 19 catches, 334 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Darius Burke, their star running back. Alvis Lagner. And then these Werewolves here definitely struggled throwing the ball all season.
Yeah.
And finished 4-7 and just missed the playoffs.
Yep, and they took down the Scorpions last game of the season.
They may be one of the best teams to miss the playoffs.
I think you're right.
Okay, and then that is the receiving core for the Werewolves. And then one last one, and it is the Wildcats. 56 catches, 1,300 receiving yards, which was the most receiving yards by receiver Troy Jackson, and 11 touchdowns. Quincy Drennan, the veteran, had 41 catches for almost 800 yards and 7 touchdowns. Dave Rogers, the 1-year pro, the Wildcats love this guy. 500 receiving yards. Dave Rogers, he's just a monster. 6'7" or 6'4", sorry, but plays like he's 6'7". Dave Rogers, John Turner, Eric Potts had a very, very low season. Did not even get a touchdown. That is upsetting to see. Trevor Simpson, the rookie running back, and that is pretty much it for the receiving core for the Wildcats. Just a quick skim. We'll go through these just quickly. So what do you think overall? Who do you think are your 4 MVPs, the 2 rookies and the offense and defense, before we end the video?
I mean, obviously offensive rookie of the year goes to Trevor Simpson. There's no question about that. To me, defensive rookie of the year, there's a couple people that could arguably get it, but I honestly think it's Glenn Anderson. Offensive player of the year, definitely is Burnside's. There's no question about that. 100%. And then defensive player of the year, there's a couple that could arguably maybe make a statement, but Neil Mitchell's probably the pick there as well.
It's the 2 Wildcats and 2 Piranhas.
Yeah, I guess so.
Wow, the way that worked out. Well, thanks for the video, man.
Thank you for having me. Enjoyed it.